Two low-pressure areas have been spotted inside the Philippine area of responsibility, bringing in a rainy weekend in various areas in the country. One of those LPAs are threatening to affect the Batangas area, where evacuees are already facing the double threat of volcano and virus. Still not backing down amid President Duterte's dare, Senator Manny Pacquiao has accused several government agencies of corruption involving millions of pesos worth of public funds. Two barangay officials in Camarines Norte are looking at 12 years in jail over an anomalous purchase of a vehicle. Meanwhile, COVID-19 continues to spread, with the health department reporting nearly 6,000 new cases yesterday. Focused and fearless, here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your Sunday. I'm Riza Diaz. It has been a rainy weekend, as not one, but two low-pressure areas have been spotted inside the Philippine area of responsibility. Let's get more details on this. We have on the line Ms. Grace Castañeda, Pag-asa weather forecaster. Ma'am Grace, how strong are these LPAs, and will they likely develop into tropical depressions?
Good morning. Into a cyclone. This low pressure area estimated in the east of Batangas City, Eastern Samar. It's likely to develop into tropical depression within the 24 hours, while this another LPA estimated in the east of Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro, is less likely to develop into tropical depression within the 24 hours, but we're still not ruling out this low pressure area to develop as a tropical cyclone.
Ma'am, so far again, can you reiterate those areas that are being affected by these low pressure areas? And of course, we're looking into that area of Batangas where the Taal volcano is at. Are they also going to be affected by these LPAs?
Yes, Ms. Lisa, this LPA that may develop within 24 hours into tropical depression is currently not directly affecting our country, but its trough is bringing rains here in Visayas and Mindanao area. While this another low-pressure area located in the east of Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro, is bringing light to moderate with at times heavy rains over Bulacan, Pampanga, Bataan, Metro Manila, Rizal, Northern Quezon, including Polillo Islands, Laguna, Cavite, Batangas, Mindoro provinces, and Calamian Islands. These areas are advised to take precautionary measures for the possible flash floods and landslides induced by the rain of this low-pressure area. And in the vicinity of Batangas, we advise the people to avoid exposure or stay out or do not stay under the rain, as these rainwaters might have acids because of the emissions of this taal, and this may impose risk to human health.
Right, maraming salamat. Thank you very much for that update. That's Ms. Grace Castañeda, Pag-asa weather forecaster. Now, more than 2,000 residents have left their homes due to the eruption of the Taal volcano. Affected residents are facing twin perils: the phreatomagmatic burst of the volcano and the threat of COVID-19. But Joselito Castro, head of the Batangas Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, assured that evacuation centers are not yet full. This means evacuees will be able to observe physical distancing. Castro also said that those showing COVID-19 symptoms are immediately isolated.
May triage area po na kung saan po ang mga kababayan natin na may symptom ay ma-isolate agad, at kung sakasakali na matest sila na positive ay nakalaan naman po ang region to assist para ma-transfer agad sa mga temporary treatment facility.
Meanwhile, FIVOC's chief Renato Solidum said it is still too early to know if the Taal unrest will lead to a full-blown eruption. Recall that the alert level in Taal had been raised to 3 after the volcano emitted dark plumes last Thursday.
The magma beneath Taal volcano is degassed because of the large amounts of gases already emitted since February. And the explosivity of volcanic eruption is so much dependent on the gas content of the magma. So right now we don't see a very explosive eruption as last year.
Police assistance desks are being set up at evacuation centers in Batangas to ensure safety, security, and adherence to health protocols. Police Chief Guillermo Eleazar gave the order yesterday as more individuals are being received by at least 10 evacuation centers in the towns of Laurel, Talisay, Balete, and Agoncillo. Eleazar also sought public understanding for strict checkpoints at strategic areas of the province to prevent evacuees from returning to the danger zones. Meanwhile, the provincial government said it has received at least 5,000 food packs from the DSWD. The Social Welfare Department has also sent hundreds of modular tents and other forms of initial assistance to displaced families in Cavite and Batangas. And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Senator Manny Pacquiao did not mince words yesterday when he accused the government's lockdown ayuda, among others, to be tainted with corruption. Ryan Ang with the details.
Before flying to the U.S. to prepare for his fight against Errol Spence Jr., Senator Manny Pacquiao disclosed some information on the alleged corruption in some government offices. Pacquiao began his press conference on Saturday afternoon, thanking President Duterte for the opportunity to help him fight corruption.
Nandun pa rin po yung respeto ko sa ating Pangulo. Maaring hindi maintindihan ng Pangulo, maaring mali ang impormasyon na nakakarating sa kanya. At ito kung malaman niya.
His table was filled with documents and supposed evidence for his corruption claims, among which is the Social Welfare Department's e-wallet app called StarPay that was used to distribute the Social Amelioration Program funds. Pacquiao said a total of 1.8 million beneficiaries supposedly received the government's cash aid, but only 500,000 have downloaded the app.
Anong nangyari sa 1.3 million katao na hindi naka-download ng StarPay app? Ngunit sa record po, nakatanggap na po sila ng ayuda. Yan po ang gusto kong itanong sa DSWD. Ang nawawala pong salapi ay 10.4 billion pesos po.
Pacquiao also cited the health department for allegedly buying medicines that were nearing their expiry at a regular price when this should have cost lower. Moreover, the senator questioned the energy department for allegedly signing contract with the independent electricity market operator of the Philippines without proper bidding process.
Mula sa 7,000 paid up capital ay naging instant billion pesos company ang IMAB sa loob lamang po ng isang taon.
Pacquiao said he will be submitting documentary evidences to the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, adding that he has witnesses to prove the allegations of corruption. Meanwhile, Pacquiao stressed that he became president of the ruling PDP Laban Party by succession, and that more than 100,000 of its members support him as president. He also accused Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, who is also PDP Laban's vice chair, for dividing the party.
kilakusin, gusto nilang hati-hatiin itong partido, gusto nilang buwagin ang partido dahil wala po silang malasakit sa partido. Ako ayaw ko ng ganun, gusto ko ng unity, gusto ko ng pagkakaisa ng partido at gusto kong palakasin pa yung partido.
For News 5, Ryan Ang, we are One News.
Now here are the top stories we're following across the nation. 2 barangay officials in Daet, Camarines Norte are looking at 12 years in jail over an anomalous vehicle purchase. Barangay Lagon Chairman Agustin Ocampo and Kagawad Carlito Aduana were found guilty in a case involving the purchase of a van in 2008 where they used 250,000 pesos in barangay funds. The purchase was made 3 days before the supposed completion of a price canvas and 24 days before the supposed conduct of a public bidding for this purpose. Now, the 2 officials were found to have conspired to rig the bidding process in favor of someone they personally knew. The Sandigan Bayan said aside from giving unwarranted benefit to the seller of the van, Ocampo and Aduana also caused undue injury to the barangay as it was deprived of the opportunity to obtain the vehicle at the most affordable price. 607 housing units were turned over to survivors of Super Typhoon Yolanda in Cebu. The lots that were developed are in Barangay Tambongon in the municipality of San Remigio. The National Housing Authority says it has completed more than 5,500 housing units in Central Visayas in the past 2 years. Meanwhile, 3 regions in the country are now being closely monitored by the Health Department due to their high healthcare utilization rates. Speaking at the public briefing, Health Undersecretary Rosario Vergeres said they continue to see the increase in Cagayan Valley, Western Visayas, and Davao, where there are limited COVID-19 beds. DOH data as of June 28 showed that the healthcare utilization rate of Davao region is above 71%, Western Visayas at 64%, and Cagayan Valley at 53%. The Health Department added that it is also closely monitoring the situation in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, Zamboanga Peninsula, and Northern Mindanao. At the same time, the Health Department reported nearly 6,000 new COVID infections yesterday. The country's total caseload still stands at 1.4 million. Of this number, 3.8% are active cases or more than 53,000 infected patients. At least 90 new deaths were recorded yesterday, pushing the national death toll to a little over 25,000. Meanwhile, some 7,600 more patients survived the infection. In total, 94.5% of infected Filipinos have recovered from COVID-19. And that's how today is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.